10 years ago, VR promised to change everything. Today, it has, just not in the ways we expected. Hey everyone, it's Cosmo. I've just returned from AWE, the world's premier XR conference, and that reality is hitting me hard. Seeing photos of Palmer, Luckey, and I, one from a decade ago and one from last week, it's like looking at a before and after shot of the entire VR industry. A full decade of working in virtual reality. Everything has changed, and yet, in some ways, the dream of VR feels just as far away as it did back then. It's a strange feeling. A mix of progress and patience, excitement and pragmatism. Let's rewind to 2014. I was 19, fresh-faced and full of optimism, having dinner with Palmer Luckey and a group of other VR developers after SVVR, one of the early VR conferences. The $2 billion Facebook Oculus deal had just closed, and there I was, sharing a meal with someone who'd graced the cover of Wired magazine earlier that week. I'll never forget the absurdly large sushi boat Palmer ordered, a fitting metaphor for the outsized ambitions we all shared for VR at the time. He generously paid for the entire table, dozens of VR developers, all of us dreaming big about the future. Those were the early days when we lugged around giant Pelican cases filled with gaming PCs, Vives, and lighthouses. We were like a traveling VR circus, but we didn't mind the inconvenience. We were pioneers after all. Fast forward to today. Walking the expo floor at AWE, it's clear how far we've come. Standalone mixed reality devices are commonplace. Features we once dreamed about, like inside-out tracking, high-resolution displays, and hand tracking, are now standard. It's genuinely impressive. The numbers back up this progress. Developers on the Meta Quest store have generated over $1.5 billion in revenue. That's no small feat. But here's where it gets interesting. Despite this clear progress, the dream of mass-market, everyday consumer VR still feels elusive. It's like we're climbing a mountain, but the summit keeps shifting. We solve one challenge, only to uncover new ones. I used to think VR would take off when it didn't require a gaming PC. Then I thought it just needed to be lighter, or smarter, or cheaper. Now, some are pinning their hopes on Apple entering the market. You see, the goalposts keep moving. Don't get me wrong, we've made enormous strides. The Quest 3, the Vision Pro, these are significant milestones in VR's evolution. But are they the tipping point? The reality is, I still rely on my MacBook and my iPhone for most of my work. VR is amazing for certain applications, but it hasn't had the paradigm-shifting impact the hype I helped create promised us. Looking at the broader tech landscape, it's AI that seems poised to radically reshape our world in the immediate future, not XR. It's a humbling reminder that technological progress doesn't always follow the path that we expect. But here's the thing. I'm still a firm believer in spatial computing. What's changed is my perspective on the timeline and the path to get there. I think we all underestimated what it would take to put an affordable, lightweight, all-day, wearable computer on our faces. It's not just about better chips or clearer displays. It's about reimagining human-computer interaction at a fundamental level. We're gonna need to be a little more patient. The dream isn't dead, far from it. But maybe it's time we approach it with a more measured perspective. Let's appreciate the progress we've made, keep pushing forward, but understand that revolutions, well, they take time. Every problem we solve brings us one step closer to that vision. The VR of 2024 might not be what we imagined in 2014, but it's significantly closer. And who knows? Maybe in 2034, we'll look back and laugh about how we ever doubted the future of VR. So, what do you think? Are you still as excited about VR as you were a decade ago? If you've been on this VR journey too, I'd love to hear your thoughts. What keeps you going? What breakthroughs are you most excited about? The future is always under construction, and we're all building it together. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and head over to magicbeansnewsletter.com for the latest on AI, robotics, and spatial computing. You can also check out visionOSDevPartners.com if you need support for your visionOS app. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.